I was raised by parents who believed religiously and culturally in rigid gender roles. Dad should work, Mom should stay home with the kids. I'm the only girl and have 3 brothers. Because of their expectation that I'd stay home with kids, they never valued my education, educational achievements, or emphasized things beyond domestic skills. I'm the second youngest. By the time I was in high school, my 2 older brothers had gone to the college of their choice, with my parents fully covering tuition, books, an off-campus apartment, and other living expenses. They eventually did the same for my younger brother. I was told I wasn't allowed to apply for college. I did so in secret and got accepted with a partial scholarship. I didn't tell them I was moving out until a week before I left, with essentially nothing but what a few friends gave to me that their parents bought them for college. I took engineering and had to work, take on debt, and struggle. My parents and I have barely spoken for years. I'm married now and expecting our first child, and they asked to meet up. We met at a park, and they said they were sorry if they caused me pain but would like a relationship now. I asked them specifically what they were sorry for. They wouldn't elaborate and just said they wanted to move forward. I said that wasn't sufficient. In the end, I said they could prove they were sorry by forwarding me the $100,000 my degree and college expenses were, just like they did for my brothers. My mom burst into tears. My dad said I wasn't being serious, and I just left. Since then, I've been getting calls from my brothers telling me I'm being immature and hurtful. I don't think so at all. I'm a 27-year-old woman, and I have a brother who's 33. He has been dating his girlfriend Sarah for 2 years, and he proposed a couple months ago. Sarah has 2 kids from her previous relationship, an 8-year-old boy and a 6-year-old girl. I would say that my parents and I are not very close to Sarah and her kids, but we are cordial and never had any problems before. My partner, I, my brother, and Sarah attended the Easter dinner at my parents', and that's when the drama happened. Sarah's kids were at their father's. So Sarah used this celebration to confront us about my brother requesting a prenup. Basically, my brother explained to her that he expects them to sign a prenup, and that only his biological kids will have the right to inherit anything from our family assets. This is something that we as a family discussed before, and we all agree that only our children should receive assets or money from our inheritance. My brother is free to pay whatever he wants for his stepchildren out of his own money, but my children and his bio-children will never have to share anything that our family has with them. Sarah claimed that we are being unfair, and that we are treating her and her kids like some strangers instead of embracing them like family. She said that the normal and decent thing to do was for us to see her kids like my brother's kids, who should have equal rights to any children they may have together. I told her sure, after she gets married to my brother, she will become our in-law and her kids will be my brother's stepchildren. But this does not mean we have to share anything with them. I asked her, will my future kids receive anything from her parents or from their bio-father's parents? She said no, obviously. So I asked her, then why would her kids be entitled to receive anything from us? Sarah said, because they will be our family. So I told her that we have plenty of cousins that are also family, but I don't go around wishing to share my inheritance with them. There was a lot more back and forth between us, and Sarah was not letting this go. My brother asked her to stop because we were there to celebrate Easter, not to have this kind of conversation, but she kept on going, saying we need to clarify it once and for all. I told her from where we stand, everything is clear, and it is only her who has a problem. She said we are greedy and cruel to some kids, and I snapped. I told her to deal with it. She is free to work her ass off and gather assets to leave to her children, but we will never divide anything outside of our family. And she should not expect her children to be our problem or burden to finance. I honestly feel she is very manipulative and is using my brother for what she and her kids can get from him. But that's my brother's problem to decide if this is the kind of partner he wants. I just want to know if I was too blunt in telling her the truth. My father was absent for most of my childhood. I am the second oldest, and he split when I was around 7 years old. I have 3 other siblings, my older brother, my younger brother, and my youngest sister. Growing up, everyone in the family hated him, and that includes me, especially my mother and youngest sister. My mother was not the best parent. She would be very verbally cruel. My trust in her is also gone due to her lying habit. My father reached out to me when I turned 18 to get coffee. He apologized to me and wanted a fresh start. I was hesitant at the beginning but decided to forgive and move on. He reached out to the other kids when they turned 18, and they wanted nothing to do with him. That's their choice and right. He did explain why he left my mother, and I confirmed it with her. I'm now 28, and I don't regret it at all. He has been a huge help and support to me over the years. My relationship with my mother has been getting worse over the years, especially since she hates my husband-to-be. She is very religious and he is not. This is my problem. I invited my dad to walk me down the aisle at my wedding. I want him at my wedding and to be a part of it. My siblings and my mom are pissed. They told me that if I do this, they will not come to my wedding. They want him uninvited from the wedding and that my mom should walk me down instead. I told them no. It resulted in an argument. I told them they need to get over it and I am inviting him. They said they will not come, and I told them that was fine.